A Halfling Sonder, Sven's Story, by Illyria Valistchin. Sparkle juice, or you let me ask out your sister, Sven blurts out. Up to you, on how you want to pay me back for this trouble. Kerp's eyes bulge as the bungee flings him in the air after Sven's words. Looking up, he pauses for a moment, not sure how his friend will react. He gives the same whistle and holds his breath as the bungee drops down and wraps tightly around his own waist. The sudden force pulls him up the tube and out the door onto the ground. Kerp is standing there, a bit of panic on his face. I'll find you the sparkle juice. He manages to stammer out. But let's stop off and drop these off at home first. Giving a slight shake of his head, Sven looks a bit defeated and mutters under his breath. Best friends for years and still doesn't trust me. The two set off in rather a quick pace to Kerp's shack. The morning rays have just started to kiss the night sky goodbye as they reach the edge of town where Kerp's shack sits. It takes but a moment to enter through the door and Kerp to blurt out in shock, "What the hell?" Giving a shrug, Sven offers up, "You've been away for a while." Letting out a whimper of defeat, Kerp drops the sack beside the open door and heads for the rations box to where his bed had been. He begins to dig around desperately, trying to find the sparkle juice he knew he had saved. Sven walks over and looks over his shoulder, waiting for the inevitable sound of success in finding the juice, which happens as Kerp reaches the bottom of the box. The glass bottle clinks a bit as he pulls it out. Here, Kerp thrusts the bottle into Sven's hand. "Thanks," Sven says with a pouting sigh. "So, what have you been up to, besides bounding after me?" Kerp looks around the shack a bit perplexed. "Nothing," Sven says as he spins the bottle in his hands slowly. "Kinda bored lately." Kerp looks over. "What about the apprentice thingy you were chatting about? Fell through?" Sven shakes his head again in disappointment. "Well, that sucks. What are you thinking of doing now?" Kerp watches him spin the bottle slowly. "Well, it seems I am pretty good at tracking," Sven says with a smirk on his face. This gets a chuckle from Kerp. "Yeah, I guess so. Anything else?" "Sneaking, I guess. I didn't get caught." "You sure have been busy." Sven gets up and lets out a sigh before placing the bottle back into the box. "Don't you want the juice?" Kerp asks. "Nah, I lost my appetite," Sven replies. Kerp watches as Sven leaves with no real goodbye. The morning routines have picked up with the normal hustle and bustle all around. The smell of food begins to waft through crisp morning air. Even though it is a wonderfully chipper morning, Sven's body feels utterly exhausted and in desperate need of rest. With the feeling of exhaustion weighing him down, he decides to take a few back alley paths and avoid the crowds. Upon him reaching his family home, he almost falls to the ground in exhaustion, relief pouring over him as he finds that no one in the house has stirred. Quietly making his way up the stairs and shedding his clothes, Sven flops down into bed, a deep sigh escaping as the feeling of sleep envelops his mind. Thank you for listening to my story. If you liked it, please like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications.